station of Fox Sports.
We are Fox. We are South.
From beautiful San Francisco, California, once again, it's time for Braves baseball. It's a cool and cloudy Sunday afternoon, but the Braves hope the skies will be sunny if they can take 2 out of 3 against the slumping San Francisco Giants. Hi again, friends. Welcome back to AT&T Park. Last night, a tough night at the office for Mike Fultonevich. The Braves were down 5-0 in a blink of an eye and couldn't complete a comeback. So, Joe, this series tied at a game apiece. Atlanta tries to get out of town with a victory behind R.A. Dickey, pitching in a park he knows and has a great deal of success in.
Well, one of the most important things for R.A. today is not fall behind early. Like you said, it's been tough for the Braves to dig out of early deficits. And for R.A. this season, 3-3. 4.17 ERA. Good numbers here in 3 starts at this ballpark with a 1.21 ERA, and in his career, outstanding work. 10 quality starts out of 11 against the National League West.
The Braves are facing Johnny Cueto, and we weren't really sure he was going to pitch today because he hasn't been 100%.
No, he's had a blister on his index and middle finger that's been plaguing him, but he did pitch with it his last time out. We'll see if that's going to be a problem for him. And he has not had glowing numbers against the Braves, and there's several guys in the Braves lineup today, including Matt Kemp, who have excellent numbers against him.
Hopefully those numbers will grow as the Braves try to beat Cueto and the Giants behind the knuckleballer R.A. Dickey. Glad you're with us. It's always a treat to join you from AT&T Park. We'll get to starting lineups and first pitch from San Francisco right after the break.
Hyundai Sunday on Fox Sports South is presented by your local Hyundai dealers.
Beautiful baseball day in San Francisco. As we mentioned, it's cool, it's cloudy, but sunshine's trying to break through and burn off the fog. Another sellout crowd expected here at AT&T Park. It'll be the 513th consecutive when the day is done. And Atlanta, with the Toyota starting lineup, is presented by Brian Snitker, will try to take 2 out of 3 from the 21-30 San Francisco Giants. Ender Inciarte is back in the leadoff spot. Brandon Phillips second. Nick Markakis, Matt Kemp fourth. Matt Adams is at first base. Kurt Suzuki, who played for so many years across the bay with the Oakland A's, is behind the plate. Rio Ruiz, Dansby Swanson, and R.A. Dickey, the 7th, 8th, and 9th batters today. And Johnny Cueto's on the mound for San Francisco. He's 4-4 for the year.
31 years old, 5'11", 225 out of the Dominican Republic in his 10th year in the big leagues. You see, he typically can get off to a pretty good start, but then he runs into some trouble in the middle innings, as we see so many pitchers do. And speaking of running into trouble, he started off great with the Giants. He won his first 3 starts, but since then he's 1-4 with 25 earned runs in 45 innings and 11 walks and 8 home runs. So lately it's been a real effort for Cueto to get in the win column.
Speaking of home runs, we have seen 2 games at night here in San Francisco with cool, kind of damp conditions. How differently does this park play in the daytime?
Well, it's a little windier today too. It's blowing out, so maybe the ball will jump a little better. And the Braves, speaking of that, the Braves have gone 4 games without a home run. That's their biggest drought of the year.
So let's see if that can be fixed in game 3 this afternoon. Ender Inciarte ready to go, and the first pitch is lashed toward the gap in left center. Span on the run is going to track it down in front of the 382 sign. Giants have a very good defensive club. They didn't show it on Friday, but very good so far today and last night as well. There's how they line up defensively. Former Brave Gorkis Hernandez is in left. Buster Posey is back in harness behind the plate.
Good thing Denard Span loosened up before the game. That was a nice running catch.
So on a 61-degree afternoon, 1 pitch, 1 out brings up Brandon Phillips, the Braves second baseman. Brandon's on a nice roll. 16 hits in his last 12 games. 6 of those hits for extra bases.
Facing an old teammate. That's the change up, and he's got a good one. His fastball's in the low 90s. Throws a lot of cutters off that fastball, and his breaking ball is typically a slider.
And Phillips is down swinging. Brandon, one of the toughest guys in the National League to punch out, has struck out in the first inning in back-to-back games here in San Francisco. 2 outs.
Back-to-back change-ups and good ones.
So 61 strikeouts for Cueto in 64 2/3 innings. Bases empty for Nick Markakis. And that's in for a strike. Rob Drake calling balls and strikes this afternoon. And that's off the plate for an even count.
Cueto gave up 3 home runs in his last outing against the Cubs in 6 innings. He got beat 4-1, but did strike out 8.
Giants are looking for back-to-back terrific starting assignments. Ty Block was awfully impressive in game 2 last night.
Sure was. Liked him a lot.
And a ground ball up the middle with 2 outs. That takes care of the no-hit bid. And Markakis aboard with a 2-out single.
The last time Cueto had given up 3 home runs in a National League game was August of 2010. And as I said, he's in his 10th year. 3rd hit of the series for Nick.
Had a fun chat with Matt Kemp walking into the ballpark today. He has been greeted with a resounding boo every time he stands in the batter's box. Kemp, a former Dodger, and you know all about the Dodger and Giants rivalry. Kemp laughed it off and said, you know, every time I play here, I have to look in the mirror before each game and tell myself that I'm really a pretty nice person because of the stuff he hears when he's in the batter's box or in left field. But as Reggie Jackson said, they don't boo nobodies, and Matt Kemp has had some big games in his career against the Giants. Hopefully one today as a member of the Braves. 2 balls, no strikes. And bounced foul past Ron Washington. It's 2-1 for the Braves left fielder. Well, Braun's a busy man. He was hanging out to dry through 7 innings last night. Braves got 2 runs in the 8th, 1 in the 9th, but couldn't come back from a 6-3 final score.
Yeah, they only had 8 hits and 5 were in the last 2 innings.
Adams is next. Kemp ahead in the count, 3-1. And a ground ball up the middle, a base hit. Crawford couldn't get it. Markakis is going to streak toward third. The throw is going to be late. So how about that? Nick Markakis ran on Gorkys Hernandez in left field, and Kemp's single puts runners at the corners for Matt Adams with 2 out.
Well, one of the things you do as a fundamental running the bases is check the outfielders and see where they are. And as a right-handed left fielder, Hernandez charging that ball has to stop and throw back against his body. It's a little bit harder, tough to be accurate. Nick took advantage of it.
So back-to-back hits brings up first baseman Matt Adams. He's had good luck against Cueto, 6 for 17 lifetime. And he straightened up inside with ball 1.
That natural cutter that Block had working last night really played havoc with the right-handed hitters especially. Cueto's is not a natural cutter. They've seen it. (118) career wins for Cueto, 79 losses.
Two balls and a strike.
That hurt. I don't know if it got his knee or just below the knee on the shin, but yeah, shin burger.
This is Adams' 30th at bat as a Brave. He's 8 for 29 so far. And a shot down the right field line, just foul.
Now that was a sign you don't often see very often. I don't recall seeing it. And that was a slider from Posey, if that is a slider, if number 3 is a slider, and he wanted it up. And it was hit hard, and they were fortunate that it went foul.
That pitch didn't do an awful lot, did it?
No, it didn't. I'm wondering if it was supposed to be a cutter.
So it's a 2-2 count with runners at the corners. Here it comes. And strike 3 over the outside corner. So Cueto strikes out a pair of Braves. He gives up a couple of singles. No score. Home first coming up. Now R.A. Dickey goes to work against the Giants, looking for his 4th win.
His numbers against the Giants very good. 5 career starts, 2-1. 4 of those are quality starts. Excellent batting average against him. And his 4 keys to pitching success today. Well, there are some numbers to decipher here. Leadoff batters in an inning are hitting .314 against him with a .375 on base percentage. And of the 11 homers he's allowed, 5 have come to hitters leading off an inning. And breaker 19. Number 19, Mr. Dickey, his breaking ball at times has given him a problem. And of those 11 homers, several have been on breaking balls that were in the middle of the plate. Try not to have to get in that spot today where you got to throw very many.
So the first man up for the Giants is Denard Span. And R.A.'s first of the day is a called strike. Span has a couple of hits in the first 2 games and is 0 for 5 against Mr. Dickey head-to-head. Little pop. Dansby drifts out at short and he makes the play. And there's the first out. The Giants had all kinds of trouble scoring runs. Before last night's game, they'd scored 6 runs in their previous 4 games. They got 6 last night and did it without Buster Posey, who is back in the starting 9 today. And Joe, you said Bruce Bochy had a unique way of putting together his Toyota starting 9 against R.A. Dickey today.
Yeah, he said he was just going through there to see who had hit home runs off R.A. And Ruggiano made the list. He made the cut. And Ruggiano said, yeah, but it was on a fastball. Well, it's like he was talking his way out of the lineup.
There's a bolt by Nunez, who's been the hottest Giants hitter. He's got a 1-out single.
Well, he is locked in. Came up, said hello to his old teammate, Kurt Suzuki. Watching him warm up with that great camera from behind home plate, it didn't look like his knuckleball was floating around too much. The wind, what wind we have, is blowing out. That ought to play in his favor.
Well, here's one of the Giants that does have a homer against R.A. Dickey. He also has a homer in this series and nearly had 2 last night. Ender Inciarte robbed him of 1 in the 2nd inning. And one danced in for a strike. 0-1 for Brandon Belt, the San Francisco first baseman. Somehow Nunez got back.
How in the world? Caught him leaning. Braves are going to check that. No challenge.
Belt fouls the next pitch away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Looked like the right call at first. This guy's a puzzle to me. He's way better than a .242 hitter.
Adams can't find it. The ball trickles down the right field line, and Nunez is on his way to second base. Throwing error on R.A. Dickey.
Quick feet, quick turn, but a bad throw.
That's grounded foul by Belt. He's still alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
But again, as I said in some of our opening comments, it's pretty important for RA to give his team a chance to get on the board first.
That missed inside. It's 2-2.
Braves are 12-7 when they score first, and 9-19 when they don't.
Way outside. Somebody shouted something as Dickey made that pitch, and he looked to the right side of the mound as Nunez was dancing around there, and that pitch missed badly outside to Belt.
I think somebody from the bench yelled because it looked like Nunez was going to try to steal third. I know Belt, as you pointed out last night, strikes out a lot, walks a lot. So his on base percentage is always pretty decent. But like I said, he's a better hitter than .242.
Last year he had a super year. Hit 17 homers, scored 77 runs, hit .275. Walked 104 times and struck out 148. And you're right, on base percentage of .394. And he just drew another walk. First and second with 1 out. Here's Buster Posey. One reason why the Giants offense has been struggling is mirrored by Buster Posey's struggles of late. His last 7 games, he's 3 for his last 23, and amazingly no runs batted in. And look at that line. Great average. 7 home runs. And 11 RBIs, meaning all year long Buster Posey has knocked in only 4 players other than one named Buster Posey.
Yeah.
In 142 at bats.
I don't envy the home plate umpires when they've got to call balls and strikes for RA, because it is a challenge and they know they're going to get heat from both sides because the ball is dancing around so much. And because he's got to call the pitch from where it crosses the plate and not where Kurt Suzuki's chasing it.
2 balls and a strike.
And there are going to be times on a pitch like that where it might be called a strike and Kurt's chasing it all over the place, so the other bench is screaming, you know, how could that have been a strike?
So it's 3-1 for Buster Posey now. And he takes a walk. And Dickey's got the bases loaded, and Brandon Crawford's the hitter. Crawford's never had a hit against R.A. Dickey. We hope that continues. Crawford's 0 for 3 this year with the bases loaded and hitting just .189 with runners in scoring position. And that one pops away. Nunez is coming home. The flip to the plate ricochets off the base runner. It's 1-0 San Francisco. Giants get a run on a wild pitch. And everybody else moves up.
It didn't bounce that far away, and I thought they were going to have a real play at the plate. And I think Nunez really paid a price for this. When he came in head first, Dickey just planted him. Nunez a little slow to get up.
So the pitch was called a strike. Giants lead 1-0. And now the knuckleball really is dancing, but RA hasn't been able to find the strike zone much. San Francisco scores first. And Crawford now an even count. Bouncing ball to Adams. Dickey will cover the bag. That will score Brandon Belt. Giants play ABC baseball and take a 2-0 lead.
It's a double play ball before the wild pitch.
So RA takes his time getting back to the top of the hill. He's had to try to make a play at the plate and then one at first base. And now Justin Ruggiano is the hitter. Posey at third, 2 outs, 2 in the opening inning. And a swing and a miss. Ruggiano has also struggled with men in scoring position for the Giants. He's 1 for 15. And right now, Kurt Suzuki is riding a bucking bronco behind the plate. The ball is just hopping as it gets to the batter. And a swing and a miss. Ball pops in front of the plate. The peg to first is going to be in time, and Ruggiano is retired, and that ends the San Francisco first. The Giants get 2 runs on a wild pitch and a ground out.
Sports and outdoors, for all, for less.
There are not many more places in the United States more picturesque than San Francisco. That is the 16th Avenue Tiled Steps attraction. Nestled neatly between the 15th and 17th Street tile steps, but those are the 16th Street steps.
And they're the cool ones.
Yes.
It's where the cool kids climb them.
Exactly right. So it's 2-0 San Francisco, and Kurt Suzuki is going to lead off the second inning, and he has already taken some punishment behind the plate with the knuckleball dancing around for R.A. Dickey. Kurt's on a nice roll at the plate. He'll be followed by Rio Ruiz and Dansby Swanson. So Johnny Cueto staked to an early lead. And Kurt takes a strike.
Kurt took a beating in that first inning.
Nifty turn to the back and a strike delivered. They've made a scoring change in the first inning, which we'll tell you about in a second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. The scoring play that brought home Nunez has been changed from a wild pitch to a passed ball. It's almost unfair to charge a catcher a pass ball with a knuckleball pitcher working, but that's the decision here in Frisco. And Cueto has his 3rd strikeout. Rio Ruiz coming up.
That's pretty much like, if you get leather on it, then give him an attaboy.
Rio Ruiz hitting a cool 300 with a homer, 4 RBIs. And he didn't get that. He joined us last night. You heard Kelsey Ringert report on Braves Live that Adonis Garcia is rehabbing down in Gwinnett. The plan for the Braves is to have Adonis join the club in Cincinnati. And we open up a series with the Reds next weekend. That one fouled away. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Adonis went 1 for 3 last night for Gwinnett and stole a base. Driven foul. Eric O'Flaherty tossed a scoreless inning of relief from Mauricio Cabrera. Had a couple of strikeouts in the 9th inning as well, and he earned his 3rd save. Swing and a miss. Ruiz chased that. 3 straight strikeouts for Cueto. He's got 4 in the game already, and Dansby Swanson's coming up.
Cueto's got a lot of different deliveries. One of them is this one, just a real quick slide step out of the windup. So it looks like he's jumping at you, and then there's an 84-mile-an-hour changeup. So you buy into the motion, but you don't get the pitch. Real deceptive. Of course, he's got a little tee-aunt move once in a while, too, to throw you off. Right there.
So really no game plan. You just have to hope he makes a mistake. As Dansby fouls one back, strike 1. Brave shortstop hitting a .195, 18 RBIs and 4 homers. Now he's set up 0-2. Dansby's getting on base. He's drawing his share of walks, including 2 yesterday. And he scored a 9th inning run. Also walked and scored in game 1. The 2-0 Braves win behind Jaime Garcia's masterpiece. The 0-2 pitch is cut on and missed. Cueto just struck out the side. He's got 5 strikeouts in the first 2 innings, and more importantly, a 2-0 lead.
your local Ford dealer. And the Georgia is brought to you by your local Ford dealer and the Georgia Lottery.
Those homes are affectionately known as the Painted Ladies. They were featured on the TV show Full House in a beautiful part of San Francisco called Alamo Square.
Wasn't that where Mrs. Doubtfire worked also, right along there somewhere?
I think you're right. That was a great movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Tremendous.
So Joe Panik is set to go for San Francisco. They lead 2-0. Panik is 0 for his last 16. That's got to be a lot of fun. You're in an offensive dry spell, and then you've got to face a guy with a dancing knuckleball.
Yeah, let me try to get out of this. Hitting 187 since the first 20 games.
That ball is crushed deep right center field. Markakis on the run at the 421 mark, won't get it. The ball dies on the warning track, and Panik is on his way to third base with a stand-up triple. When that ball hit the warning track, it was like a golfer smoking a ball into a sand trap.
I mean, this ball jumped and he hit it to the only place in the ballpark where it would stay in the ballpark. 421 out there in that corner. The warning track looks kind of soft and deep. That's why it just kind of plugged out there. Crushed it.
So the infield comes in for Gorkys Hernandez. Runner at third, nobody out. And Hernandez swings and misses. It has been mix and match almost every day for Bruce Bochy in his outfield. But Hernandez gets the start today, and he serves a base hit to right field to extend the lead. It's 3-0. So 8 RBIs for Hernandez. Cueto hits with the man aboard and nobody out.
And here we go again, trying to dig out of another hole early in a ball game. Frustrating for the offense.
And a bunt. Dickey thought about second, takes the sure out. It's a successful sacrifice. Hernandez at second with 1 out. And the reason for the Giants, all these changes in their outfield, is they have been ravaged by injury. Jarrett Parker broke his right collarbone April 15th. Hunter Pence is about ready to go out on a rehab. He's been bothered by a left hamstring problem. So Span the hitter, runner at second. And in for a strike. Giants are 9 games under 500. They've won 6 of their last 8 at home. However, their starting pitching in this park has been excellent. And next up for them will be the Nationals. Oh, and 1 for Span, and well off the plate. Giants are 11 games out of first place in the West. They're 9.5 games behind the hated Dodgers for third. Colorado's in first, Arizona's in second.
Neither one of these two teams very good in day games. Not crazy about them. Giants are 5-11. The Braves are 4-10. They've each won 21 games. The Giants have played 4 more games in Atlanta.
Two balls, 2 strikes. The Braves still in possession of second in the East all by themselves. The Braves, though, 8.5 games behind Washington. The Mets are 9.5 back. Two balls, 2 strikes. And taken low for a full count. Mets play the Pirates later on tonight. Washington's losing at home today to San Diego. That game's in the middle innings at Nationals Park.
Chase Garneau had a double in that game for San Diego. They claimed him after Boston let him go.
And Span takes ball 4. He's aboard for the first time. Dickey has 3 walks in the game. And Nunez is coming up. He had a base hit and scored the first run for the Giants in the first. And Chuck Hernandez, the Braves pitching coach, is going to come out and help RA try to restore some order here.
Well, he needs a ground ball, and he's got a little over 2 ratio of ground balls to fly balls. Could certainly use one here. 3 walks already and an inning and a third.
Nunez has hit into 5 double plays this year for the Giants. That's most on their team. So maybe the right guy at the right time. Ripped, and Ruiz can't get it. Streaking around third is Gorkys Hernandez. He's going to score without a throw. Nunez hit a bullet to third, and Rio couldn't get the glove up in time. It's 4-0.
I'm telling you, when Nunez hits the ball, it sounds like he's hitting it with a lead pipe. It just rings. And it was a knuckleball that stayed up about belt high. And Rio was playing back, but he still couldn't handle it.
So the Giants have found their offensive mojo the last 2 games, and that one pops away from Suzuki, and everybody moves up again. I mean, this pitch is dancing so much. It really is incredible work for Suzuki to even get leather on some of these knucklers and scored a wild pitch. Now the infield has to come in with Belt up there. Back to the screen foul. It's an even count.
This is always a real treat. Come in with this guy. Somebody like this guy is up there. Standing 90 feet away.
Little pop into shallow left. Kemp is coming on. And there's the catch. And no advance. So Belt can't bring home another run. He's the second out. And Buster Posey's the hitter. He walked and was stranded back in the first.
Play, saved a run. That strikeout to end the first inning hit Kurt right in the leg. the inside of his leg, and he was limping off the field, so his mobility might be a little limited by that.
Two balls, no strikes, and another short hop stop.
I don't know how he caught that one.
It's not going to look like it, but he is putting on a catching clinic in the first 2 innings.
That's just throw your glove out there and hope the ball finds it.
That saved a run. Posey steps out.
Probably swinging here.
That missed. It's 4 walks for R.A. Dickey.
And that's why even 3-0, he was throwing Posey a knuckleball.
And with the bases full, the Braves bullpen is going to start to work. Looks like Matt Whistler is going to jog down to the pen and start to warm up.
Good idea.
Big swing and a miss by Crawford, who has an RBI and a ground out. 15th run batted in for one of the game's great players and terrific shortstops.
He's a big guy too. 6'2", 215. Pretty solid for a shortstop, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Swing and a miss. It's amazing how the size of the players playing that position has changed over the last 30 years. Compare guys like Ozzie Smith to guys like Troy Tulowitzki and Brandon Crawford, just to name a couple. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a shot to left field. It's going to get down for a run-scoring hit. They're going to wave the runner around second. Here comes the throw. It's up the line. Suzuki plays that off his chest protector, and 2 more Giants move up. Crawford drives home 2 more. He takes second on the throw to the plate. Span and Nunez score, and San Francisco's broken the game open.
Knuckleball. He cut down on his swing a little bit. Remember, he was going for the downs earlier in the at-bat. Matt Kemp came up throwing, but he airmailed the relay man, the cutoff man, and off the mark and short hopped the catcher. I was just looking at Crawford, though, right before that swing. He would have fit in beautifully with that Phillies team that had John Kruk and Darren Dalton and Danny Jackson. You know, beard, long hair, scruffy looking, tough looking. He'd have been perfect for that ball club.
So the Giants with 2 in the first, 4 in the second, lead 6-0. Justin Ruggiano is the batter. And didn't get that. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Pop fly back our way. It's still a 1-2 count. To third. Ruiz has it, and his peg to first is in plenty of time. San Francisco sends 9 to the plate in the second. 4 of them score. It's 6-zip. Mike Trout, one of the game's great young stars, a player we seldom get to see, and really was one of the star attractions coming up for the Braves and the Angels in the series, which starts tomorrow. The Angels will finish things up in Miami and then jet cross country back to Anaheim for the opener tomorrow. Julio Teheran and Ricky Nolasco are the starting pitchers at the Big A. Cueto's got 6 to play with after 2 innings. And he's got R.A. Dickey in the batter's box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Today, the 29th time the Braves have seen the opponent score first. And Dickey's going to be retired on a swinging strikeout. That is 6, or do they call it a foul ball? Apparently so. Late signal, foul ball. Cueto rolling merrily along. He has punched out 4 consecutive Atlanta hitters. And another foul for R.A. Hanging tough. And the breaking ball got him looking. And there is the 6th strikeout and the 5th in a row. Go back to the top and enter Inciarte. Cueto's had some big years in the big leagues. A 20-game winner with the Reds in 2014. He won 19 games in 2012. Last year, brilliant mark for the Giants, 18-5 and 5 complete games. 5 complete games by a starter in today's game is almost unheard of.
It is. You're right.
Little roller hit softly down the first baseline. Quickly 0-2.
But again, there's that pitch and then that delivery that is so hard to not buy into the motion. Hands over the head and then a quick step right here, like he's going to quick pitch you, but it's a changeup. And your hands. It's hard to hold your hands back. Already starting them. And you think, well, okay, well, maybe there's a pattern. Maybe every time he does it, he throws a changeup, and that's a tip ball. No, he doesn't. Smart enough not to do that. Cutter there.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Thought he had him struck out, didn't get the call.
Yeah,
So the umpires in the crowd.
I thought Rob Drake was about to ring him up too. Target was in. Pitch was in.
Popped up. Crawford and Gorkis Hernandez. It's the Giants left fielder who makes the play. That ends the strikeout streak. But 6 straight hitters have been set down by Cueto. Brandon Phillips is coming up. Last night, Ty Block got a big lead. He led 5-0 after 4. And That was pretty much all she wrote. Cueto's got a 6-0 lead with the Braves up in the 3rd inning today.
And they did it without a homer.
As I said earlier, with regards to Kurt Suzuki, I think in some respects you can say it about R.A. Dickey. You look at his line and you see 4 walks, you see a wild pitch, and you say, well, he's not pitching very well. He's not getting good results, and it might be because his knuckleball is so good, he has no idea where it's going. And then when he falls behind in the count, he's got to try to throw a strike, and when he does, they're not missing it. Just a theory.
It's definitely dancing today with this breeze in his face. But they have 5 hits. Braves have made 2 errors, 1 by Dickey, 1 wild pitch, 1 pass ball, and 4 walks. And the 6 runs, 5 earned, are a season high for R.A.
2-2. Foul to plate.
Some bragging rights going on right here between Phillips and Cueto, and Brandon may have fouled that one off his leg, trying to walk it off. 2 longtime teammates. Brandon is 1 for 4 off of him in his career.
Two balls, 2 strikes. And as we approach 2 o'clock Pacific time, it's a 3-2 count for the Braves second baseman. Kickus is next.
I like that Brandon was mad at himself for even offering it that off-speed pitch. Slapped his bat.
Fly ball toward right field. That should be handled cleanly, and it is. Luciano puts that away, and it's 3 up, 3 down again for Cueto. #1 mobile app for live Braves baseball. Stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get Atlanta Braves home screen icons and app features, as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcasts, StatCast news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat today. Joe Panik's the man that got the second inning started with a triple to the deepest part of the park in right center field. He scored on Gorkys Hernandez's second inning hit. Cueto and 6 others followed as the Giants batted around in their second inning. Three balls and a strike. And ball 4. That's 5 walks.
I think he's trying to find out what was wrong with that pitch. He's asking Kurt Suzuki because he can't get the attention of Rob Drake, who says it was inside.
So Panik's aboard for a second time. Here's Gorkys Hernandez. He knocked in his 8th run last time up. If you're just joining us, do not adjust the color on your TV sets. Both the Braves and Giants are wearing special Memorial Day weekend uniforms. First the 1-0, which is bounced to the right side and past Adams for a base hit. Panik around second. He'll stutter step and make his way to third, and the Giants are back at it with runners at the corners and nobody out.
Since Barry Bonds retired, he started 1,868 games in left field for the Giants. Since he retired, they've had a different opening day left fielder every season and have used 44 different left fielders in that time.
That's about 1,042 fewer than I thought. Cueto puts a shot into one, and a sinking line drive handled by Markakis. The runner at third tags and will score as Johnny Cueto has his second RBI on a sacrifice fly. Giants are doing it all today. Last night, Ty Block had a couple of hits and an RBI. Cueto is credited with an RBI here in the third, and it's 7-0.
2 sacrifices already, one on a bunt and one on a fly ball.
Fly ball to left by Denard Span. Kemp is there. He's got it. 2 outs. Yeah, but the Braves and all of Major League Baseball for the 9th straight year wearing special Memorial Day caps. And for the 5th year, all the Major League teams are wearing the matching jerseys with the camouflage green. This is the first time that all the clubs are wearing the uniforms, not just for Memorial Day, but all weekend long. Major League Baseball is going to donate the uniform royalties to Major League Baseball charities supporting veterans and their families. And Rawlings has provided a special baseball for this weekend's games to match the camouflage green uniforms. Swing and a miss by Eduardo Nunez. He's 2 for 2 with a couple of runs already.
Pitchers have had it pretty good in this series. Jaime Garcia with a big RBI. Block last night. Cueto today.
That's yanked toward third. Rios got it. He'll go the short way. Close play, but in time to force Hernandez, and that retires the side. The Giants have scored in each of their first 3 innings. They lead 7-0. Nick Markakis will try to get something going for the Braves in the 4th. Here in San Francisco, 7-0. The Giants have the lead. We had some fun last night on one of those foul balls that got hit into McCovey Cove. Our great camera crew got a quick angle of the ball splashing down, and I wondered if that was like an otter or something that was swimming out there. No, they don't have trained otters to retrieve the baseballs here. Some of the fans do have dogs out on the paddle boards or the kayaks. But apparently the fans have some sort of contraption that they can toss into the water and then scoop the ball up and retrieve it like at the end of a fishing line. So we think that's what took place last night. And on a 61-degree day with a gentle breeze, even as pretty as it is, might be a little chilly to be kayaking or paddleboarding in McCovey Cove today. As that buzzed the tower, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Both of these pitchers like to work fast, but Cueto's had the better of it today by far.
Little pop toward left. Gorkis Hernandez has it, and an easy out. 8 in a row retired by the San Francisco righty. 1 down.
I mean, when you watch Cueto with that quick slide step, wind up, it's like playing catch. He looks like a guy on the sidelines playing catch. Perfectly placed changeup.
Matt Kemp had the second of the Braves' 2 hits in the opening inning. And he checked a swing and launched that one foul to the right side.
Ten outs. No ground outs. So when he decides to challenge somebody inside, he goes up to 92.
Has he thrown a ball down the middle of the plate once yet in this game?
I don't remember that. Yes.
There's one, and it's on a 0-2 count. So he'll go to the stretch for the first time since the first inning. Kemp's 2 for 2. Let's see if Adams can park one and get the Braves on the board here. Adams struck out looking in the opening inning.
Matt now 11 for 33 against him in his career with 3 homers. When the Braves had him in a little trouble with 2 outs in the first inning, he made a real good pitch, almost exactly like the one he just threw, Matt, to the outside corner to catch him looking.
That's fouled left side and into this sun-splashed crowd. It's 1-2. Kemp has a very short lead at first. Now the pitch is grounded right at Belt. He'll fire the second one. The flip to first is off target, and reaching safely is Matt Adams.
Well, I think Matt was very lucky that that throw back didn't hit him. Crawford came across firing to Belt as he was trying to get back to the bag, but in between Belt and Adams.
On that replay, it looked like Crawford kind of short armed that ball, and you saw Cueto backing out of the way. I wonder if Brandon was worried about drilling Cueto with that return throw to first. He was right at the bag too. So there's a break. Keeps the inning alive for Suzuki.
A lot of people over there to throw to.
Kurt struck out in the second inning.
With the safety feature of the screen in front of the dugouts, those protective screens on the first base side have saved a million errors, throwing errors, for second basemen and shortstops. Really more maybe in the 900,000 range, but a lot.
2 balls, no strikes. That's fouled off Posey. Kurt's on a nice run over his last 5 games. He's our Georgia Lottery jackpot feature.
Yeah, and he's kept a real good stroke working, because even though he's not playing every day, sometimes that's hard to stay consistent, but he's got it figured out.
Rio Ruiz waits on deck, but Suzuki has to reach for Rio to come up in the Braves' 4th. 7-0. Giants have the lead. And it's popped to the right side and into the upper deck. Tell you what, they love their Giants here, don't they? Everywhere you go downtown,
Truly.
fans are wearing the orange and the black, cream colored jerseys. It's a young, it's an enthusiastic crowd. What a remarkable franchise they have here in San Francisco. And how very nearly it wasn't to be. They were rumored to be on their way to Tampa Bay a couple of decades ago. Now the pitch is inside, and the Braves have another 2-out threat. Suzuki walks. And it will be Ruiz. First walk for Cueto. Kind of sad on the bus ride in from the airport when we got to town late on Thursday. Drove past Candlestick Point, and there's nothing left. Candlestick Park is no more. Former home of the Giants and 49ers.
I think for sports fans in this area, they don't miss it a minute.
Ground ball right at Crawford, who had Rio played perfectly, and that retires the side. The Braves threaten, can't score in the 4th. Cueto twirling a shutout. He leads 7-0.
The bottom of the 4th inning on a beautiful day here at AT&T Park. Chip has talked a lot about the special gear the players are wearing for Memorial Day weekend. Well, they're also wearing really cool cleats. All of the brands that sponsor the different athletes sent their athletes special cleats. Adidas sponsors Ender Inciarte and Ian Kroll. You can see Ender's cleats there with the red poppy flower on the tongue of them. Those are commonly used to commemorate military personnel who've died in war. It also has a ribbon on the back of that flower that says thank you, and a ribbon that also says forever honor. So a great job by these companies getting their athletes some really cool gear to commemorate some good people.
That's an excellent point, Kelsey. It's not just the uniforms that are being worn by the players today, but the memory of the sacrifices that those men and women have made and continue to make for us in 2017. And Major League Baseball is no stranger to that. There have been countless numbers of men who have served in the armed forces, dating all the way back to World War I, including Ty Cobb and Christy Mathewson, both of whom were participants in the American Armed Forces. Christy Mathewson was working in the chemical munitions service with Ty Cobb and was accidentally gassed.
Yeah.
Which some believe led to the tuberculosis that eventually took his life. Bob Feller went to gunnery school, enlisted the day after Pearl Harbor, and served on the USS Alabama during World War II. Yogi Berra, great Yankees star, was a gunner's mate at Omaha Beach during D-Day. Warren Spahn was with the 276th Engineering Combat Battalion and served during the Battle of the Bulge in Europe and won a Purple Heart. As Buster Posey shoots one to left, that's going to be an easy play for Kemp. He's got it. And quickly 2 are out. Of course, Ted Williams, tremendous fighter pilot in World War II in Korea, and Jerry Coleman, a man we all miss dearly from the San Diego Padres, a true American hero, also a Marine fighter pilot. And that's just a handful of names that casual fans even might recognize, but it in no way diminishes the tens of thousands, nay millions of people who've served in our armed forces, and we salute you all and thank you all profusely today.
Yeah, all decorated, and none with a desk job or just going around shaking hands, actively involved.
RA could use an easy inning. Belt and Posey retired. Crawford the hitter. He's knocked in 3 runs in 2 trips. Two balls, 1 strike. And now 2-2. Squib toward third. Rios got it, nearly lost his footing and threw a strike to first. And R.A. Dickey has his first 1-2-3 inning in this ball game. Atlanta's coming up in the 5th.
Hyundai Sunday on Fox Sports South is presented by your local Hyundai dealers.
Not sure if that's the Flying Wasp or not, but I sure hope so.
That'd be the Yankee Clipper.
As the Giants lead by a 7-0 score as we head to the 5th inning. Dansby Swanson will lead off. R.A. Dickey will bat for himself. Braves need innings out of him. The Atlanta club in a stretch of 20 straight games, 20 straight days. First off days coming up on Thursday when we will get ready for a series with the Reds beginning next Friday. Bouncing ball to Crawford. He got a Sunday hop and throws strike to first.
Boom. Boy, he cut it loose, didn't he?
Yep.
A couple of nice things happened down on the farm yesterday. Bryce Wilson pitched another good ball game for Rome. Shut him out. Shut out Augusta for 6 innings, struck out 6. And his 6 innings and 6 strikeouts were highs, season highs. And it was the 5th start of the year this year. He's not allowed an earned run.
Dickey grounds out. 2 quick outs in the Atlanta 5th.
And also Ronald Acuna continues his good work at AA. Mississippi lost last night, but he went 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI. And Cade Savique hit his 2nd home run of the season. He's hitting .301. Savique. I believe that's how you say it. Savique.
Civic? Is it Civic?
Civic. I know they got him from the Pirates. How's that?
Yeah. Well, you know, we'll ask Jace. He's a Louisiana guy. He'll straighten us out. As Ender Inciarte bats. One other bit of minor league news. We found out this morning that Chris Medlin is moving up. He's going to be advanced from the Florida Fire Frogs to AA Mississippi. Chris has made a couple of starts for the Fire Frogs. So we'll keep an eye on Chris Medlin as he tries to make his way back to the big leagues.
Got Jace Peterson on deck with 2 outs in Phillips' spot. I think that foul ball off of Brandon's knee finally took its toll on him.
Fouled off Posey. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Ender's 0 for 2 today, but he has had an outstanding May. 35 hits this month. Only Charlie Blackmon of Colorado has more. Span made a great play to rob him in the 1st inning, and this ball's cranked deep toward right field. That ball is going to be off the bricks. Nice play and right by Ruggiano. His throw is going to be off target, and Ender Inciarte has a 2-out double in the Atlanta 5th.
This didn't sound real good, did it? But boy, it jumped. He got his hands inside the baseball and it hit just to the State Farm side of the bricks.
So it is Peterson for Phillips. As Atlanta tries to get on the board here in the 5th inning. That's one of the cool features of this ballpark. All that beautiful brickwork in right field, the odd angles, the deep corner 421 feet away. Got the archways, got the chain link fencing out there. Ball might take some crazy bounces. As that one is hammered foul past first.
Just missed.
That would have scored a run. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got the Levi's landing with the metal top to the bricks. Usually when the ball hits off that, it ricochets into the stands and sometimes into McCovey Cove. Just gorgeous. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's out of play left side. We'll do it again.
I was kind of hoping Kelsey would go out there in the left field plaza and sit in the pocket of the glove and describe the leather lining of that glove out there.
Can you imagine all the yaks that they would need to make that glove Corinthian leather?
Well, it's an old one. It's only a 4-finger glove. Hit it here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. There are a lot of things you can do here. You've got the wiffle ball field out and left. You've got the Coca-Cola slides. They only let the kids go down the slides, though, so that's kind of a drag. Got the cable car in right center. There's the 2-2 pitch. They also have something here from time to time I don't think I've seen in any other ballpark on a chilly afternoon or evening. The vendors walk around with a heated backpack selling Ghirardelli hot chocolate at the seats. That's a big sell.
There were many nights over at the aforementioned Candlestick Park that would have been real handy.
Cueto hasn't had many 3-ball counts. He's walked only 1 man. He's got a 3-2 pitch coming for Jace Peterson now. And he hits it a mile towards center. Span on the run, slowing near the track, is going to have room. There's another hard hit ball that's caught by Denard Span, and the Braves are out of luck in the 5th inning. 7-0. San Francisco leads game 3.
This ballpark, and one of my favorites is the Garden in center field. It's 4,320 square feet of healthy goodness. There's 2 restaurants, there's a bar, and all of the stuff that is made there is using the ingredients from this live garden out there right underneath the batter's eye. It's really such a unique place out there. They have things you can see me sampling, of course, sampling the food, and they also gave me some samples, Chip and Joe, of the balsamic vinegar. It was a very, very cool place, very unique to this ballpark, and the fans love it here. They can eat healthy out there and enjoy some ball games.
You know what, Kelsey? I'm surprised they even have any kale left. You know, with Brian Woodrum in town, surprised he didn't go through there grazing.
I'll go get him some. I got Woody's kale for him.
Okay, he could probably use a kale burger right about now.
Anything you guys want? Strawberries? Carrots?
I'd like 8 runs. Can you arrange that?
I'll see if they grow that out there. I think that's off a tree. I don't think that's grown out of the ground like at the Garden.
Well, I saw Darryl Strawberry on the video that you had out there, so maybe he could help.
I'll go check.
Jace Peterson is going to stay in the game in the San Francisco fifth. Here's Panic. He's tripled. He's walked. He's scored twice. Little ground ball. Jace will be tested. No problem. 2 away. After the second inning, Dickey's been much more effective. However, the Giants ambushed him for 2 in the first, 4 in the second, and 1 in the third inning. Two up, 2 down. Here's Gorkys Hernandez. He's punched the ball to the right side a couple of times today. Let's see if the Braves can prevent that. 2 singles, an RBI, and a run scored. And it's hit right to Dansby. And just what R.A. Dickey needed, a very easy bottom of the 5th inning. Markakis will lead off the 6th, 7-0 Giants.
Your local Toyota dealer. Let's go places. And SunTrust.
Not a great tourist spot in San Francisco. Fisherman's Wharf. There is nothing like a little clam chowder in a sourdough bread bowl.
Yeah, have you noticed how many of the beauty shots we have around various cities involve kale, though? I mean, did you see the kale in the background there on that shelf? Odd.
Nick Markakis leads off Atlanta's 6th inning and rolls one out of play foul.
But you know, one of the, for a producer, if you try to break down the word produce.
Exactly right. Now, if we were in charge, we'd try to show you video of Lefty O'Doul's.
Yeah.
One of our crew's favorite hangouts for nigh 40 years. Sadly, Lefty O'Doul's establishment, I believe, is closed down.
Yeah. I guess there was a squabble between the owner of the establishment and the owner of the building, and everybody else suffered because of it. That's too bad.
One of Dad's great and proudest achievements in life was that he had one of the bartenders ring the bell after a particularly long session of counseling.
That's counseling.
It was a great baseball hangout. We used to go there every year, and every time we did, more often than not, we were laughing and crying at the same time, remembering Ernie Johnson, Pete Van Wieren, and my dad.
Yep.
and all the good times that they and we had together.
Last 2 or 3 years we've had a toast to their favorite beverage in remembrance, but lefties is closed.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And a shot by Markakis the other way. So Nick has 2 more hits. He'll slam on the brakes. Long single for him. And a good start for the Braves in the 6th inning. That is the first time Atlanta's had a leadoff man on in the game.
4th hit of the series for Nick. Single in the 1st. Stayed right on that. Watch his head go right to that ball. Point of contact.
He's a pro. Here's Kemp. That's got 2 hits. In fact, the Braves have 5 hits today. Markakis has 2. Kemp has 2. The rest of the team has combined for 1. And that's up and away. Ball 1.
Did you see what Nick had on today? I mean, we got to dress up for the charter. Did you see what he's wearing?
I did.
Let's just say that we'll be able to play tic-tac-toe all the way to Anaheim.
Fly ball foul. Well, at least in Nick's case, it is in keeping with the uniforms today. It was a nice shade of green striping.
Very unique.
One ball, 1 strike. And a shot down the left field line. Kemp's got a 3-hit game. Markakis will make the turn. He'll head to 3rd. Kemp's on his way to 2nd. He'll stand there with a double, and the Braves are in business with nobody out.
Another 3-hit game for Matt. And off a guy who's had a lot of success, as we have been saying, and look how he fought that off. Pitch up and in, but still got his hands inside the baseball and hit it hard.
That's Matt's 300th career double. And Matt Adams is the hitter. Action will begin in the San Francisco bullpen as Cueto leads 7-0. Brian Morris is the first man to begin throwing. Adams has struck out and bounced into a force play. And didn't get that. A swing and a miss. And very quickly, it's 0-2 for the Braves' first baseman.
Straight off-speed pitches. Remember, they struck him out in the 1st, looking on a fastball away after they'd thrown him a series of off-speed pitches. Wow, did you see that?
Shot foul at 3rd, almost picked off Nick Markakis.
Did you see Cueto give a change-up sign to Hosey? Right there it is again.
So Cueto's giving the signs. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. At least not as openly as that.
With a runner at 2nd, I guess maybe he decided he'd take over. Don't have to go through a series of signs. I don't know, but that was odd.
Now it's Posey with the sign. Full count. Chance for the Braves to put a crooked number on the board in the 6th inning. 2 on, nobody out. Swing and a miss. Adams strikes out for a 2nd time. 1 away for Kurt Suzuki. Seven strikeouts for Cueto, his first strikeout since the top of the 3rd inning. Suzuki has a strikeout and a walk today. Braves catchers since April 26th have been brilliant over the last month. This one's dribbled toward third. The throw to first is in time. The Giants trade the out for the run. Markakis scores to make it a 7-1 game. That's the 22nd RBI by a Braves catcher since April 26th, and Suzuki has 16 total now.
It's a pretty good number for a part-time player. 16 driven in.
So no shutout for Cueto. Rio Ruiz bats with 2 outs. Kemp still at second base. Rio has struck out and grounded out to short. And takes way high, ball 1. Again, Matt Whistler slowly makes his way to the bullpen mound down the right field line. He'll start to loosen up.
Cueto really aggravated at himself. Snatched that throw back from Posey after missing up and in and falling behind in the count. Cueto leads off the bottom of the 6th. He's just trying to get through this inning and save some work for the bullpen.
Rio couldn't check his swing. 2 balls and a strike.
He's breezed through this ball game, but 20 pitches this inning.
Left side over the Giants dugout. And it's 2-2.
A lot of changeups to Adams and a lot of fastballs to Ruiz. Trying to end the inning.
And he just did. 8 strikeouts for Cueto, who loses the shutout bid, but he's winning the game. 7-1's your score now. Corners feature. It's Johnny Cueto, today's Giants starter.
Yeah, he's had excellent stuff today. Been really bragging on his use of his motion to keep the hitters off stride on that changeup, which has been well located all day long. 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, and the Braves finally touched him for 1 run there in the 6th inning.
So R.A. Dickey back to work. It's a 7-1 score. Michael Morse is the Giants pinch hitter. Cueto 106 pitches in his 6 innings today, 71 of them for strikes. And a check swing roller out to second. Peterson will take care of Morse. And there is out number 1 in the San Francisco 6th. So Cueto in line to win his 5th game. He's in line to beat the Braves for the 2nd time in his career, and he is in line to win his 10th game at AT&T Park.
First start this year where he's allowed less than 2 runs.
So back to the top of the order. It's Denard Span. Span has walked. He's popped out and flied out. He's also scored a run. R.A. Dickey threw 29 pitches in the 2nd inning. That was the big inning for San Francisco. They scored 4 times. R.A.'s in the neighborhood of 32-33 pitches over his last 3 innings, plus 1 batter here in the 6th. Much more effective, much more efficient. As this one's lined to second, a sinking shot handled by Peterson, 2 out. And starting with the Cueto sacrifice fly, I've got R.A. retiring 11 straight men. He's giving Atlanta some valuable innings, acting almost as if he's his own relief pitcher. Down 6 runs. Nunez the hitter, 2 hits, 2 runs. One would guess this would be Dickey's last inning. He is due 2nd in the 7th. As this one smacked to center. Ender on the run, slowing now, reaches up, puts it away. And it's 12 up, 12 down for R.A. Dickey in a 7-1 Giants game as we move to the 7th. Dansby Swanson's coming up for Atlanta. Today is done for Johnny Cueto. 6 innings of 6-hit, 1-run ball. Brian Morris is on to pitch for San Francisco. 8-9-1 on the lineup card for the Braves as we're in inning number 7 on our final day visiting the Giants at AT&T Park.
11th game for Morris. Fastball, slider, curve, fastball Tops out at about 94. Pitched in game 1 here. Issued a couple of walks. One of them was intentional.
Emilio Bonifacio's on deck. He's going to hit for R.A. Dickey. Hits are even at 6 apiece. The Giants lead by 6 where it counts. And a bounding ball toward Crawford. He played it to the side. Loads up and throws a strong strike to first. And Dansby's out for the 3rd time. Five walks for R.A. Dickey today. Six of his 7 runs were earned. Also threw a wild pitch.
Yeah, it was ugly through those first couple of innings. That knuckleball was going everywhere.
So Matt Whistler will work the 7th inning for Atlanta. As Bonifacio takes strike 2.
Emilio could use a hit. He's only hitting a .139, but he's 2 for 25 as a pinch hitter.
Just missed for Bonifacio. It's 2-2. Did Posey hang on? No, it skipped up there apparently. So Bonifacio gets another swing here. That ball slashed toward left. Gorky's Hernandez lays out and makes a terrific hit-saving grab. Hang out a gold star on that play. That was a full layout.
Gorky's is a center fielder playing left field. He can really go get him. Great speed. Got a good jump. Perfect timing on the layout.
So 2 outs in the Atlanta 7th. Ender Inciarte's the batter. Ender had a 5th inning double, continuing his hot plate work in May. And he is our mini countryman player profile.
336, almost a 400 on base percentage. Got a day or 2 left, maybe have more hits than anybody in the National League.
Somebody's got to slow down Charlie Blackmon of Colorado. As the Rockies are playing at home with St. Louis today. If my 52-year-old eyes are right, it's 8-4 Colorado in the 9th inning.
52. Oh, really? Oh,
thanks a lot. 1-2 pitch is cut on and missed. And the Braves are retired in order in the 7th inning. It's all Giants early today. 7-1 your score. Matt Whistler on to pitch after the stretch.
Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back, 'cause it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Home 7th in San Francisco. It's 7-1. Giants have the lead. And as the San Franciscans get set to come up, let's enjoy our Coors Timeless moment. This date in baseball history, 1951. After starting his big league career 0 for 12, Willie Mays hits his first major league home run for his first major league hit off Warren Spahn.
That's cool. They tell me that he still comes to the ballpark quite often, 25 or 30 times a year here in San Francisco. I know these fans always love seeing he and the other Willie McCovey at the ballpark, who I think might be here today.
And they immortalized Willie Mays with the Willie Mays Plaza, which is the official mailing address of AT&T Park here in San Francisco. And I guess the New York Giants just weren't sure that he was quite ready yet, because you start your big league career 0 for 12. You wonder just whether or not those AAA numbers are believable or not. At the time of his call-up, Mays was playing with the Minneapolis Millers, 35 games at AAA. All he did in those 35 games was hit .477 with 8 homers, 31 RBIs, and he scored 29 runs before he got the call to the major leagues.
It was a tough game then.
Yeah.
Tough to break in.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? 3,283 hits and 660 home runs for one of the all-time greats.
Some say the greatest. Hope Matt Whistler has another good outing. He had a 2-inning stint against Pittsburgh 3 days ago. His first work after being recalled for a second time.
Fly ball by Belt to center. Ender battling the sun, battling the wind. He's on the warning track, and he makes the play.
Wind almost took that one out. Tough play with that sun right above him. Matt had 2 innings of hitless, scoreless, walkless baseball against the Pirates.
One out for Buster Posey, who has walked twice and has flied out once. After the Braves leave town, we hope the Giants continue to be red hot. They've got the Nationals here for 3 next. And while Posey hasn't done an awful lot at the plate of late, one thing he hasn't done either is strike out. ...52 straight at bats without a strikeout. That's going to continue as Adams robs him. High throw, and Whistler with an athletic play makes the grab at the first base bag.
Good thing Matt's about 6'3".
So Posey's retired. Sorry, Joe. 2 outs. What better way to celebrate the start of summer than by joining us for Kids Week at SunTrust Park, June 5th through the 8th. Each day has something special. Come on out and join us for unique kids experiences and giveaways all week long. Go to Braves.com/kidsweek for all the details.
You know, there's just not that much missing for Matt Whistler to be a solid major league starter. He's got the pitches. He's got a good arm. He can throw hard when he wants to. If he ever figures out that he's pretty good, you know, and believes in himself a little more and becomes a little more, I don't want to say cocky, but aggressively mature, he could be really good.
Well, we've seen glimpses of it. There's no doubt. I mean, his first game against the Mets a couple of years ago, when he pitched 8 innings, gave up just a couple of hits in his big league debut. I mean, that was as impressive a start as we'd seen from any one of a recent crop of Braves youngsters. And so the question is, was Yogi Berra right? 90% of the game is half mental. Maybe so in the case of Matt, who just buzzsawed his way through the Giants lineup. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters. 3 up and 3 down. Ends the 7th. Giants 7, Atlanta 1 in Game 3 at AT&T Park. Let's send it back to Atlanta and Andre Eldridge for today's big story. Keep you updated on the happenings here in San Francisco. Andre and Nick will get you caught up on all the action around the major leagues on our Braves Live post-game show presented by Xfinity. You heard the fellas talk about Aaron Judge hitting a grand slam. He is judge, jury, and executioner so far for the Yankees. He's having a great season for New York over in the American League East. And let's see here in San Fran if the Braves can mount a furious comeback in the last 2 innings. They will face Josh Osich, the 3rd pitcher of the day for Bruce Bochy.
Only lefty in their bullpen. Got a good arm. Ranges up to 94 or so. Throws a cutter and a curveball.
Second at bat for Jace Peterson. He checked in for Brandon Phillips in the 5th inning after a third inning at bat. Brandon fouled a ball off his leg. No official explanation as to the nature of his discomfort, but he did leave the game, so Peterson's in there. And he rolls one foul himself. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We head to Anaheim after the game. Open up a series with the Halos tomorrow night. You heard Andre and Nick talk earlier during one of our updates. Mike Trout injured his wrist sliding into second base, I believe it was, against Miami.
Head first.
And don't know the severity of that injury. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Broken bat pop. That's going to drop in for a hit. Bat goes down a hero. And a leadoff single for Jace Peterson against a lefty. That's a good sign.
Well, it's also something that he was due. He's been hitting in such tough luck. Nice to just kind of bloop one in.
Two more hits for Nick Markakis. Nick's now 55 hits away from 2,000. And he's pushed off the plate. Ball 1. Nowhere near. Ball 2. And Buster Posey out to talk with his young left-hander. He's got a 6-run lead, but big bats are coming up for Atlanta.
A little chew out session, a little reminder session.
Taken low. 3 balls and a strike. You mentioned Friday night. The Giants bullpen has had its share of problems. Leadoff hit. Now a hitter's count for Nick Markakis. And he walked him. So a single and a base on balls to the 2 left-handed batters. That's not what Bruce Bochy had in mind. And now Matt Kemp is coming up. A long one here would make things a little more interesting. Matt Kemp with 8 career homers at AT&T Park, 4th all-time among visitors here. And Dave Righetti out for a visit.
And the way it was setting up, looked like Bruce Bochy wanted just to go an inning at a time with each guy and not have to go too deep in the bullpen today after such a great job by Cueto. But Hunter Strickland will get up.
Matt Kemp's had a terrific day. He's 3 for 3. His last hit came in the 6th inning. It was a double, the 300th double for Matt in his career. 2 on, nobody out. Buster Posey caught that awkwardly, but held on. Strike 1.
Oh boy, that was a generous call. Matt looking for his third 4-hit game in his career against the Giants, but borderline. Looked better on replay.
Nothing in 2. And Kemp didn't get it. He's down on strikes. That ends his perfect day at the plate. And now Matt Adams is coming up. One away in the Atlanta 8th. Adams is 1 for 10 in the series. Sharply hit to second. Double play ball. There's 1. There's 2. And Osich is out of trouble in the 8th inning. No runs, a hit, a man left. Home 8th coming up. Giants by 6.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. And by Delta Airlines.
Matt Whistler ready to go back to work in the Giants' 8th inning. San Francisco leads at 7-1. You'll have Ruggiano, Panic, and Gorkis Hernandez coming up. And a strike. 3 coming up with the Angels Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Got the Reds in Cincinnati Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The Braves are back home on June the 5th, a 4-game series with the Phillies. Mile-high fly ball. Matt Kemp battling the sun. Ender battling it too, and he makes the over-the-shoulder catch at the warning track to take care of Ruggiano. 1 out.
Yeah, Matt was happy for the help there. Yeah, Ricky Nolasco starts the first game for Anaheim in that game tomorrow evening. And I remembered Chipper had good numbers against Ricky Nolasco, and I had our folks look it up. Chipper hit .341. That was 15 for 44 against Nolasco. 4 homers, 10 RBIs. So I texted Chipper today. I said, how soon can you get to Anaheim? Nolasco's pitching tomorrow. He said, tonight.
That would be great. As Joe Panic is the hitter.
I don't think anyone's wearing number 10.
Last time the Braves saw Nolasco was in his final game as a Miami Marlin. They then traded him to the Dodgers in 2013. As A broken bat liner to Adams is caught, and quickly 2 out. 5 up, 5 down for Whistler. And here's Hernandez. See, on that homestand, don't forget, June 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, 4 with the Phillies. Then the Braves have 4 games in 3 days with the Mets. On June the 10th, we've got the split doubleheader. Remember the makeup doubleheader with New York. On the 10th, a 105 start for game 2, 105 start for the first game, 6:05 for the second one. Then we'll wrap up the series on June 11th and then head to Washington for the first time. Just 3 games against the Nationals and then right back home. And sweeps off the plate for Gorkys Hernandez.
He's had a nice day. A couple of hits, an RBI, a run scored, a great catch. It's always been said of him, because of his very good speed and excellent defensive play, that he could just hit about 250. He'd be in the big leagues a long time.
He was a Brave, at least in the farm system, after the 2007 season. The Braves got Gorkys Hernandez and Jair Jurgens for Edgar Renteria. The Braves then traded Charlie Morton and Jeff Locke with Gorkys Hernandez to the Pirates for Nate McLouth, a mid-season deal in 2009. Then Hernandez went to Miami, Kansas City, the White Sox, played in the Mexican League. And the Giants got him as a minor league free agent in 2015, and he's been here since.
See, all these other organizations think the same thing. He's got God-given ability to run and throw, something you can't teach. He can go get the ball, and everybody feels like, you know what, we can make him a hitter. We can get him to hit the ball on the ground more.
Coming into this season, his career batting average was .205, and that's after hitting .259 for the Giants last year, albeit in just 26 games. But he stung the ball a couple of times today, and this one will be caught by Inciarte, and Matt Whistler does have 2 spotless innings of late inning relief. 6 up, 6 down. We're off to the 9th inning.
Sherwin-Williams.
7-1 San Francisco. We head to the 9th inning, and a familiar face is on to pitch for the Giants, former Brave Corey Guerin.
Good ERA, 196 in 18 games. A lot of walks. Not surprised to see that. Little 3/4 to sidearm delivery. Around 90 miles an hour with a slider.
56 games for Corey last year, a career high. Won 3, lost 2, had a 4.28 ERA. He's 31 now. Born in Braves country from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Lives in Scottsdale now. Originally a 4th-round pick in 2007. We talked earlier in this series about Chris Medlin and the horrible luck Atlanta had losing Brandon Beachy and Chris Medlin in spring training to Tommy John problems.
Right.
Forgot about Corey Guerin. There are actually 3 guys that blew out their elbows in that fateful 2014 spring. That Corey Guerin was in line to win a bullpen job when his elbow came up tender in his last outing and missed the entire season with Tommy John surgery. Was released in November and found his way to San Francisco as they signed him December 5th of that year. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pop fly foul by Suzuki. Kurt drove in the lone Braves run. Beg your pardon, back in the 6th.
Sorry, Chip. Get Tehran back on the mound on the road tomorrow night. So a place he's been comfortable. Very good numbers on the road compared to SunTrust Park so far.
Broken bat roller. Crawford at short has it. And his throw right on the money. There's out number 1. Speaking of the Angels, they're part of our unlimited baseball break brought to you by T-Mobile.
Yeah, that's disturbing news for them today, though, as well as Mike Trout's been swinging. For him to have allegedly suffering a sprained thumb on a headfirst slide in the middle of the game today down in Miami. We'll wait to see if he's able to play tomorrow. And the Reds on hard times, 4-10 their last 14 games, despite good work by Joey Votto. Cincinnati got off to a good start too. They were kind of the talk of the National League Central there for a while.
All comes down to the same thing, doesn't it? Whether you're a Reds fan, Braves fan, Dodgers fan, Giants fan, pitching. And the Reds just have not been able to keep their staff healthy the last couple of years. They did beat the Phillies today, 8-4. Phillies can't put together much in the win column of late. In fact, they're in a 3-4 week total dry spell. Their pitching's let them down. Amazing stat on the Phillies, I'll tell you in a second. As that one's in for a strike. Coming into play today, the Phillies have allowed 27 homers this year with 2 strikes. And of those 27, 7 of them have been on 0-2 counts. That is an astounding total.
Michael Franco at third base is really scuffling too. He's not played well.
2 balls, 1 strike. And off the plate for Rio. It's 3-1. Phillies are 6-22 in their last 28 games. We'll see them when we get back home. The pitch is a strike to the Braves third baseman. Full count. Another sellout. 42,343 officially. 513 in a row, and that string will continue tomorrow night, I'm sure, with the Washington Nationals in town. And Guerin just walked Rio Ruiz with 1 out.
Another walk for Guerin. Again, one of those things where he would come into ball games and games like this with a nice lead and start walking the ballpark.
Dansby hitless in the series. That's with 1 on, 1 out. Braves are down 7-1 in the 9th, and a strike. That's popped up right side, and hey, great catch. That fan's from Walala.
Oh, is that right?
It's an old logging town right near San Francisco. It's an Indian phrase that means where the water flows down. That sounds like that, doesn't it? Ground ball to first. High throw, safe there, safe at first. Thank you very much. 2 on, 1 out.
I'm not sure where Crawford was on that. Took him a long time to get there. And it may have been why Belt's throw was off the mark, was he was trying to lead him, but also a high one.
Wonder if Crawford's saying, look, we're up 6 runs, take the easy out at first. Fielder's choice, can't assume a double play, so no error. But it opens the door for Danny Santana. 2 on, 1 out.
Bruce Bochy wants to know if Crawford's foot came down on the bag before Ruiz. Jerry Davis is the crew chief, and he made the call. Has the ball in his glove. Oh boy.
I think this one might be overturned.
Yeah, but you know what? It's like those calls that go against the Braves. We see so many times where it's hard to overturn one. I don't know if they'll overturn it. And they won't. Yeah, they did. Darn it. Nice play by Crawford.
So the force play takes care of Ruiz, and the Braves are down to their final out. It's Danny Santana. Swanson at first. So the Giants challenge and get an out. Swanson takes second. Defensive indifference. Matt Whistler, a nice job in relief. 2 innings of 1 strikeout ball. In relief of R.A. Dickey, who went 6. First 2 were very shaky. The last 4 were real good. In fact, R.A. finished retiring the last 12 Giants hitters in order. One ball, 1 strike. And that's out of play, left side. And Santana down to his last strike. One ball, 2 strikes. Dansby at second. Here we go again. Little bouncing ball. Belt's got it. The flip to Guerin, and the Giants beat the Braves and win the series. Final score: San Francisco 7, Atlanta 1. Johnny Cueto picks up his 5th win. R.A. Dickey suffers his 4th loss. And Atlanta will take their road fortunes to Anaheim and start a series tomorrow night. That's your final. We'll recap it further for you right after the break.